up, everybody? Don't you turn out. So what am I going to talk about today? Well, kids, get your juice box, your crackers, whatever you have for a snack, form a little circle around your computer, and I will tell you. So I got my new fairings yesterday. Spent the day putting them on. I'm gonna go over a little more in depth about the bike. I know I really didn't touch on it too much. The introduction video I made, I was gonna talk about what I did recently. So I'm gonna show off the fairings today, and I'm gonna go into a little more of what I've done to the bike. So the three things that I hear the most when I'm on the motorcycle, or whenever I had the motorcycle out really, first thing is that your motorcycle? And you know, the answer is always yes. I don't even know why they have to ask the question, because when they ask it, it's when I'm standing there in a motorcycle jacket holding a helmet that matches the motorcycle. Second thing after that then is always, that's cool, or some variation of that. So the third thing I hear most often, then, you probably guessed by the title of this video, is what is SevenStars? Now, I'll admit, at first, I didn't even know what SevenStars was. I knew I got the fairings because I liked the layout of them, I liked the colors, and basically all I just knew is that they were like replica race fairings. But to answer the question of what is SevenStars, it's actually pretty simple. SevenStars are cigarettes. Oh, I gotta turn here. Just cruising along talking, wasn't paying attention to where I was going. It was just one day, this guy was walking by the bike, and he just made the comment of like, oh, SevenStars, I smoked those, and he just kept walking by, but like then I finally realized like, oh, these are probably cigarettes, and yeah, that's what they are. So plain and simple answer, what is SevenStars? SevenStars are cigarettes. Sorry, there's not more to it. Crap sale. I'm selling all my crap. Come get it. I realized watching some of my videos that I yell a lot, and it kind of gets hard to understand me. So I'm trying out talking a little quieter. But yeah, it's all the wind noise in the helmet. Like, it seems really loud to me right now, but I know it's not that bad on the video. I forget that this microphone can pick up what I'm saying in this helmet. And I was actually just watching a video the other day. I think it was a Downshift 83 video. But he was saying the exact same thing, that he catches himself yelling all the time, and he forgets that the microphone can pick it up, that he doesn't have to yell, that it's not really that loud on the video. So apologies for all of my yelling. The bike is running so much better too. I just put spark plugs in yesterday too while I had the whole bike torn apart, and man, did it need them. Man, changing the spark plugs in this thing, they usually usually say to take off the radiator, but I didn't want to do that. And I had this socket wrench where you just like twist the end of it and it'll turn it back and forth, so it's really good for working in like really tight spaces. So that's how I changed my spark plugs. Like I got that socket, and the reason it was a little bit of a pain is like underneath here, you got 3 over here, you got 1 over here, and the 3 on the left side were pretty easy to get to. The 1 on the right, for some reason the valve cover like raises up around it, so it's a little harder to get to. And then it's also got the radiator hose going right by it to the thermostat, so it's a little hard to get to there too. I like this road this time of year. I was still able to get my socket in there to loosen up the spark plug, but I could not get it out of there. So like my hands are all cut up because I was trying to get in there with it. Ended up having to take off, I'm yelling again, ended up having to take off the entire gas tank, air cleaner, everything again. But I finally got to it, and now I have a really good running bike. Kids love this motorcycle. It's got to be the stars. I don't know. Alright, so here's my new fairings. Now you may be saying they're exactly the same. What the hell did he do? Biggest difference is what I'm looking at right now with the front here. The old ones, they just had the line of stars right here and 7 stars above it. These ones are a little bit of a newer style, so and you can see they're different. Got the different setup here. The stars are going up here. The old ones had a little bit of the silver fade like right here going up. Since I'm also up here, I took off the mirrors because, as I said, I didn't like the mirrors. And it wasn't because I didn't like having mirrors, it was because I didn't like that they stuck out so much. And I didn't like that they drew your eye so much when you're looking at them. Finally got turn signals down here. Nice tinted turn signals so they don't stick out too much again. 'Cause that's kind of a theme with me. I don't like things that they just draw your eye. So tinted turn signals, got LED bulbs in there. Walk around a little bit, let's see what we have. Got this little tank protector here. All over the bike, I just have this carbon fiber vinyl. It's cheap, I know, but I just wanted something that gave it a little more of a different look to it. Originally the whole frame was silver. I painted most of it black. Parts I didn't paint black, I did the carbon fiber. And then some areas are still silver. My tire hugger here, I painted that black, left the swing arm silver because I like that contrast. It's not too plain, it's a little different. I already talked in my other video, but the exhaust here is a Dan Moto GP exhaust. Carbon, again, sticking with the theme of the bike really. It's just a slip-on, so I have the stock headers and everything. But it's a lot shorter, a lot louder. Gives it that like popping, which I like, to be honest. But go around a little further here. These are my rear turn signals here. These are just some LED strips that you can get at pretty much any auto parts store. So yeah, those are just red. People say they're hard to see, and I can kind of understand that, but I'm not going to change anything. Going to the rear here. This is not a fender eliminator kit. This is actually the stock one back here that I got off of eBay, but it just so happened that the one the guy sent me was broken, so it worked out good because I don't like it sticking down like that anyway. Above here, there's another one of those LED strips, just a plain white one for lighting up the license plate. Tail light, I have it sprayed with that lens tint, so when it's off it just kind of looks all black back here. I think that might be about it. For up here I might get some of those mirror plates, whatever they're called, but for now I just have bolts and washers in there. It looks alright to me. So, gripes about these fairings. I know I can't complain too much, because when you get overstocked Chinese fairings, that's what you're going to get. The last set I had, they were too small for the bike, and all the bolt holes didn't line up. These ones, all the holes line up, but they don't all line up right for gaps. The rear ones don't line up the best with the front ones, and these ones there's a little bit of a space right there. And there's little things like this that just catch my eye. Like my biggest complaint here, I'm actually probably going to end up painting these a little bit, is well, this isn't a complaint really, but the silver is a little more aggressive. The last one I had, the silver was kind of following the angle of the big old SevenStars here. So where it says RK here, that little decal, that being black was alright because it was over silver. Also, there was this big old space here, but this right here is actually my biggest complaint. That RK being black, you can't see it. So you got that big old NGK there, and while you're looking at it, there's a big old space, and then you have the two there. So that draws my eye, and so I'm probably gonna end up painting that RK white, and I might add another one in there. So you may be asking yourself, why does that bother me so much about the little decals on the bottom? That's because, like, I've always been a pretty artistic person. I've kind of had that photographic eye, and with photography they always say, like, use the rule of thirds, which to explain it in like one sentence, it just means to keep everything balanced. Like if you're gonna take a picture, that's kind of what it is with this, is even though there's a lot going on in these fairings, there isn't one thing that draws your eye. When I first got the bike, I wanted to paint the wheels black, but then I started to realize that if I would paint the wheels black, it would essentially make the wheels disappear, and all you would see is that big old silver stripe going right down the middle of the bike. So I left the wheels white. That way you have the bright in the middle, and you have it balanced by the bright on each side, so you're not just having your eye drawn to that one spot that's lighter than everyone else. my helmet, like again, even though there's a lot going on, my design I put on there follows the lines of the helmet. So there's nothing that you look at it and it seems offensive to the eye. My silver is on the front is balanced by all of the logos on the back of the helmet. So again, it's all just balanced out. There's nothing that draws your eye to just one spot. So that's how my mind works. So you're getting a glimpse into the madness there. I'm gonna stop up here. I like this hill here. You can see the entire city out there. Gonna get into my mansion hilltop persona. Oh, I get it. So I've kind of been trying to come up with my own ideas for videos on this channel, but if you guys have any ideas for videos or something that you want to see, feel free to put it in the comments. I'll try to do it. There's videos that I don't want to do, and that's those videos that everybody has done, like how to ride a motorcycle. I'm probably never going to do that video. What motorcycle should I start on? Probably never going to do that video. If you want me to answer that question, I'll do it right now. Start on whatever motorcycle you want to start on. So I get whatever you want to get as long as you can handle it. I would say, so there's that. Never going to answer that question again. If anyone asks me that question, I will direct them to this video. Oh, that smells. Well, I think that's going to do it for me today, guys. If you like the video, like, favorite, share, subscribe. I'll keep the videos coming.